Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy, and in case this is the first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit on subscribe button and also turn on notification bell so you'll be notified anytime new video is dropped. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful flip pint with pleat, okay? So if you're interested to learn how I made this, keep on watching and let's get started. And also do not forget to subscribe, okay? So guys, let's get into today's tutorial. Two souls colliding, we shared the peace. So guys, there are different methods of cutting this short. I already have a tutorial on how to cut a flare pint, but I cut that one directly on the fabric without a pleat, okay? So in today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to cut this out, and we are firstly going to use a basic trouser block, okay? So first thing to do is to remove 2 inches for your waistband. After that, you're going to determine the length of your short. Mine is 16 inches, but I added extra 1 inch to make it 17 inches. Okay, so I'll use half inch to fold the hem and use the remaining half inch to join the waistband. All right. So after marking, the next thing is to come down here. Then just place your tape at the waistline. Come down here. Then mark your crouch line. So my crouch is 9 inches plus 2 inches, that is 11 inches. My crotch is 11 inches. The high waist, so I added extra 2 inches to it, okay? So how to determine your crouch or how to get your crouch is divide your hip circumference by 4. Anything you get, add it 2 inches, okay? So after that, I labeled as the thigh and my knicker length with the waistline for the upper part. So after that, I'll come down here by 8 inches. This is for the hip line, okay? This for the hip line, so I'll just label as the hip. So this place I label THY is the thigh. You can also call it the crouch, okay? So then after that, on the waistline, I subtracted 1 inch at the side. So I'll just go ahead and connect it to the hip. Okay, this is to bring out the hip shape, okay? So after that, I will mark quarter of my waist circumference and add extra 1 inch to it. On the hip line, I'll divide my hip circumference by 4, add 1 inch to it. Then on the thigh line or crouch line, you're going to divide your thigh by 2, then you go ahead and mark. Mine is 28 inches, divided by 2 is 14 inches. I marked it, then from the waistline, I connected it to the hip. Then after that, I'll just go ahead and curve, okay? From that crotch or thigh line, just go ahead and connect your curve, make your curve like this. So after I was done with that, next thing is to just extend the line this way. I'll also do the same thing on this other side, just like this. You extend it like this. Okay, so this is for the front, and this is the easiest way to get this. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and cut it out. Okay, after cutting, I'll place another piece of paper, then cut out the back piece. Okay, so if you're interested in watching how I cut the flip pine, the other tutorial directly on the fabric, I will leave the link in the show box of this video, so you go ahead and also watch that after this one, alright? So now to cut the back piece, firstly place the front piece here and mark 1 inch like this, okay? You mark 1 inches on the side. This is a flip point, so I will just go ahead and make a straight line first. After that, I'll extend the crotch line just like this. Then after doing that, on this other side, I will also mark 1 inch here, okay? On this other side here, I will mark 1 inch just like this. After marking on same crouch, you're going to come up by 1 inch, okay? This is just to guide you through when curving the crouch or when making the curve. So on this upper part here, I will mark 1.5. Okay, so after marking, I use my ruler to just make a straight line first. Okay, I'll make a straight line at the upper part just like this. You know this is not supposed to be straight, but I'll just make a straight line for now. So after that, I'll also connect this other line like this. This is a flip point. That's why I marked one each on both sides, then the upper part 1.5. So for the crotch extension for the back, 2.5 inches is what I marked. So after that, I went ahead to connect. Okay, this is a flip point. You can just leave yours at 3 inches. You can also decide to make it 2.5, whichever way you want. So from the crotch extension, I marked my 2.5. I went ahead to connect on the side. Can you see? So on this upper part here, at the upper part here, I made a slant. You get. So after I was done with all of that, I will just go ahead and cut it out, just like you see me doing. Okay, you go ahead and cut everything out just like this. Okay, so this is just a trouser block. I hope you get. This is just a trouser block, and this is the front, this is the back. You can see I labeled it just now. So the next thing to do now is to transfer my pattern to a flay pint. Okay, it's just a straight basic block, but I'll just transfer to a flay pint right now. So how to transfer this to a flay pint pattern again is to just mark your half of nipple to nipple, which I did here. So after marking, I went ahead to make a straight line with it. Okay, I made a straight line with it. Then I did the same thing on the back. After making a straight line at the front, I will do the same thing on the back, just like this. I'll do the same thing at the back, just like this. Then after that, I'll use my scissors to slash. Okay, just cut it through the line. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Go ahead and cut, then don't cut everything. I'll just leave quarter of an inch at the upper part, leave quarter of an inch at the upper part, then do the same thing for the back as well. So I want to do a slash and spread method. That is what I want to do here. That's what I want to do here. So now what I'm going to do is to bring another piece of paper. You can see I don't have enough of it, so I'll just use my masking tape to tape these two pieces together, all right, to give me a one piece. Then after that, I will just start with the front pattern first. You place it on top of this other piece, then spread it like this, all right. You go ahead and spread it. We want to get the flay paint, all right, using same pattern. So after spreading, I want it at 6.5 inches. Okay, for the wideness there, I want it as 6.5 inches. Yours could be 7 inches, yours could be 8, 9, 10 inches, depending on how big or how wide you want the paint to be. Okay, so after that, I'll just go ahead and trace it. All right, so I'll just place my tape from the side and measure what I have there. It was 15 inches. Then I'll use the 15 inches to connect to this other side, just like you see me doing. Do yours like that. Okay, so after that, you also do the same thing on this other side. Trace it to the other end. Then you continue from the crotch side, trace it to the upper part, just like this, and to the side. Okay, so after tracing everything like this, you trace this other side. What I'm going to do now is to go ahead and cut it out. So you can see now we have a flay. Instead of it looking straight, we now have a flay point. Okay, so after cutting this out, I'll just label it as the front, which is F. Then this is it, guys. This is what we have here. Can you see? This is how everything is looking. So right now, I'll just use my pin to pin it first. Okay, I'll hold it with my pin. So the pattern you slash, do not throw it out now. Just use your pin, hold it in place because we're going to need it later. Okay, so now this is the back. So the same thing I did on the back, after taping it with my masking tape to give me one piece, I will go ahead and trace this one out as well. So the back, the length is 16 inches. Okay, back and front is not the same. The back is always bigger than the front, so that's why the front length is 15 while the back is 16. So I'll just go ahead and trace it out, trace the side out. After tracing the back, you trace the side, then do the same thing at the upper part. Okay, so after doing all of those things, next thing to do is also go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so I'll just cut it out like this is very simple. It is very simple to cut and to draft, and it's very simple to sew as well. Okay, so after cutting this out, this is what I have here. I'll label it as the back. Okay, so this is the back, the other piece, this is it. So I'll also go ahead and pin this other one. Okay, you go ahead and pin it out like this. So guys, after that, this is the back and this is the front. You can see the both pattern. Okay, this is how everything looks. Okay, so if you want to make a flip pint without pleats, you can just transfer it to your actual fabric like this. Okay, this is the flip pint. This is it. There is no pleat here. You just transfer to your actual fabric using this pattern. Okay, but this tray I'm making now, there is a pleat as you can see in the picture. So I want to add an extra pepper there to achieve this pleat, and I want to add the pleat only at the front piece. Okay, so the front we have the pleat. What I'll do here is to slash it through the center. Okay, that is the reason why I did not throw away this first piece, this one that is already slashed. I didn't throw it out because I will use it, and that is what I did here. So right now you go ahead and cut through the line. All right, this time around you cut everything, just cut it out, make sure it's two like this. Then for the pleat, I want to just add extra 4 inches for the pleat. Okay, so if I will just use 2 inches to fold it to the other side. Okay, 4 inches. So right now this is an extra paper I just brought, and the wideness is 4 inches as you can see. So what I'll do here is just to place it like this, then I'll just merge them together like this, then use my masking tape to hold them in place just like this. This is the most simplest method to get this. Okay, so after that you also merge the other side. Okay, you just merge the other side the same way. Use your tape. You have to get this masking tape, ordinary white sellotape. Just get any tape, then just use it and merge them together like this. Then after that, I'll trim out the excess. Okay, after trimming them out, you can see after trimming it out, you can see what I have here. Can you see? So right now, what I'm going to do is just to label. This is the front, remember, and this is the pleat. Okay, this is the plate. Okay, you have to label it like this in order not to get confused. This is the front and this is the back. So if you also want the plate to be at the back, okay, if you want it to be at the front and back, just go ahead and do the same thing I did at the front. So you slash it at the center, then you add extra piece to it, just like I did here. So I will just use this satin to cut it out. Okay, I will use the pattern to transfer to the actual fabric. This is satin and it's mirror face. What I have here is 1 yard. Okay, this is 1 yard and I bought it for 1,200. Yes, that is it. So right now you place it like this, then you transfer to your actual fabric like this. Okay, you can add just half inch or quarter inch. Okay, just add half or quarter inch, just like this. Okay, you go ahead and cut it out. All right, so after cutting, this is what I have here. I'll label as the back. Okay, you label it as the back. So I will also do the same thing on the other side. You go ahead and transfer them to your actual fabric. Just look at what I'm doing here. This one I will cut it separately. Okay, I want to cut it separately because I can see the fabric want to do magic, so I will just cut it separately in order to contain the both piece. So guys, after cutting, I also spot the both plates. Just spot it out like this, then use your scissors to notch. It's very important you notch to both sides so you know the exact point to pleat. Okay, so after notching, you can see I'll use the same fabric here to now cut the second piece. Okay, so the second piece, this is facing the wrong side, so because of that I will also place the first piece the wrong side facing each other. If it's facing, is one of the pieces facing the right side, place the other piece the right side facing each other. Okay, don't make the mistake of cutting through the wrong and the right side of the fabric. If it's facing wrong side, you place the second piece the wrong side as well. And if it's facing the right side, you also place the second piece the right side as well. Okay, so after cutting, you can see what I have here. So I also notch the second piece. Okay, you go ahead and notch it like this. So if you want to make your pleat now, this is very easy. Now you can see you just pick it from the other end to this other side and top stitch. Okay, you can see how it looks. So this is how yours should look. Do not make that mistake of forgetting this. All right, so now this is the patterns and this is the other piece. I'll just go ahead and remove everything, then I'll label the front as the F. Okay, so this is the back. Now I want to start the sewing. To sew this is very simple. It's just our normal way of sewing pants or making trouser. Just place them like this, then sew through the crouch line just like this. This is the back. Okay, so after sewing, you can see what I have here. This is it. Can you see? So right now, just keep it aside, and I'll work on the front piece. So this is the front piece. I'll first make the pleats before sewing the crouch line. Okay, you just pick it from the other end to this other end and make your top stitch. If you also want the pleats to face the other side, you pick it from the other end, from this other end, then you place it on the other side and sew. You can do any one you want. Okay, so after that, I'll also sew the crouch line. So this is it. I've gone ahead to make the top stitch here, as you can see, and this is the crouch line. You can see that I sewed it as well. So now this is the wrong side of the piece. You can see I left some space of 7.5 inches here because I want to be attaching my zipper later. So for the waist, this is the waistband. For the waistband, the wideness there is 4.5 inches because it will be on a fold. Okay, so what I will do here is to go ahead and I'll just fold it into two like this. Then I will sew, cut out the excess, do the same thing on the other side. I'll also repeat the same thing here. Can you see? But before I attach the band to the waistline, I'll iron my extra first, then do that and fix my zip. So I've gone ahead to join the band, and this is my hairstyle. You can see I ironed it later. Can you see? And I also fixed my zip. I used invisible zip for this. Okay, so this is the back. I'll just go ahead and finish it up by sewing to both sides with 1 inch. Do the same thing on this other side. Sew this other side with the same 1 inch. Then I'll sew the flap area with half an inch. Go ahead and join, then also fold the hem like this. Okay, so guys, after doing that, you can see what I have here. Can you see? So this is the side, this is the other side. You can see I've joined it, as you can see. So this is the crouch, and also you can see I went ahead to fold as well. And this is the back view of the point. This is the front view as well. The next thing I will do next is to iron it out. After ironing, I will put it on so you see the final look of this dress. And yeah, so after ironing, I already put it on, as you can see, and this is how it looks. You can see how beautiful this looks. Okay, you can try yours out and also use satin. It really came out very fine. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.